Starting lineups. Game is just about to start here in D.C. It's brought to you by Jeep Grand Cherokee. First for the Howard Bison, R.J. Cole is a dynamite guard.
He really is, and he's a guy who, although he's a freshman, takes on a lot of responsibility to score the ball, averaging almost 20 points a game. One of the best freshman scorers we have in the country this year, and he has the green light. He's going to be very aggressive. Look for him to mix his game up, get to the rim, and also shoot the three.
All right, the Georgetown Hoyas. It's got to be fun for Patrick Ewing to take over a program and have a bona fide big man in Jesse Govan.
Well, he's your building block, and Govan has embraced that leadership role. Pat Ewing sat him down from the first time he got on campus and said, hey, you have to play well. You have to be our double-double guy, and he's taking that message to heart.
Both coaches in their pregame talk had the words up-tempo. Both teams want to push tempo.
I kind of like that. That makes it fun for us. We get the chance to see some speed and some up-tempo transition basketball.
Jonathan Mulmore in the backcourt, and he feeds Marcus Derrickson. His first shot is off, and a rebound to Howard. And rebounding is key for Howard University. The man with the ball is Charles Williams. Good backcourt. Williams and Cole can really score. This is R.J. Cole. Fires one up. And Georgetown with the rebound and the possession. Caleb Johnson up the floor. Hoyas are 6-0. And, of course, really untested. It's not been a very ambitious schedule, but that's part of the plan, trying to build the foundation and get ready for Butler on December 27th. That's the Big East opener.
Georgetown getting a chance to work on their zone offense early. This Howard team plays primarily 2-3.
And Caleb Johnson hits a three, and Georgetown opens the scoring.
This is a good test for the Hoyas because they get a different look defensively, and they should expect to see some zone when Big East Conference play starts. So this is a good chance for them to get ready.
R.J. Cole in traffic, and it's a held ball. Possession arrow stays towards Howard. Kevin Nickelberry in his 8th year as the head coach at Howard, out of the MEAC, and right now 1-8, but they've played in some really tough environments. A 9-point loss on the road to Indiana, a 9-point loss here against George Washington. They traveled to play Gonzaga as well.
You know, this is how they prepare for the MEAC conference play, along with fundraising for their program. They have to play these guaranteed games.
Cole kicks it in. The jump hook from Jones is off.
You know, and this is a chance for Coach Nickelberry to get a sense of where his team is as they get ready for MEAC conference play. For Georgetown offensively, they want to try to work that ball side to side, get good ball reversals, and really utilize Marcus Derrickson at that high post area to play inside out.
This is Pickett, and Jamarco Pickett with the miss, and Howard with the defensive rebound. And Kevin Nickelberry said that's key if Howard wants to push tempo, is first get a defensive rebound and then get transition buckets like that. Push it up. And a nice jumper from Charles Williams, who's averaging 17 a game.
Well, those are the two dynamic scorers for Howard, Cole and Williams. And Williams is a guy who really has a nice pull-up game and good mid-range game as well.
With the left hand, a hard foul. Caleb Johnson will get free throws.
Here's just a nice cut by Johnson, who's at his best when he's slashing to the rim. A lefty, long, athletic, and he's had a really good start in his junior year. One of the leaders for this Hoya team, according to Coach Pat Ewing.
Marcus Hall with the foul, the transfer from St. John's. And there's a look at Coach Ewing now.
You know, talking to Coach Ewing, Rich, he's full of enthusiasm. He's full of kind of, you know, understanding that he knows he has to be patient with his team, but he also has to stay on them and keep them from getting complacent and reminding that, hey, a couple weeks down the road, it's a different season when the Big East Conference play starts.
Well, they get a test against Syracuse on the 16th, but you're right, everything is focused on that opener against Butler, which is here in Washington, D.C. Williams rises and misses badly from distance. And here comes Georgetown. This is very different from last year. Up-tempo, push the ball, pick it in low, missed it. And Govan missed the putback, stripped to the ball, and fouled.
Well, one thing, obviously, that Georgetown has an advantage in is size, and they should dominate the rebounding matchup. And, Jesse Govan has been the catalyst in terms of, really asserting himself, particularly on the offensive glass. He's been really good at following up and finishing around the paint. And, you talk about pace. Well, this is a little bit of a different kind of style of play we're seeing from the Hoyas. They're playing a little bit more up-tempo. They want to run first and then get into their half-court sets.
SoFi Keys to Success, sponsored by SoFi, offering smart solutions to help you reach your financial goals. What you got?
For Howard, it's a different kind of key. It's forcing turnovers because they have a +2 margin. They're number 2 in the MEAC conference and forcing turnovers. And Georgetown's had some problems handling the basketball, averaging about 15 turnovers a game. For Georgetown, they want to play through the paint and really start with Govan and Derrickson, establish that inside game early.
Kyle Foster's checked in for Howard. Kai Tees as well. It's a very small lineup, and it looked like coming off the screen, Foster didn't reestablish himself inbounds, and that's a turnover. He came along the baseline. A turnover. Jalen Jones will sit down, and Howard goes to their bench. Zion Cousins, a valuable part of Kevin Nickelberry's bench, is in. 3 minutes in, Georgetown a 6-2 lead. As Tariq pointed out, Howard is a zone team. Every now and then they'll show some man-to-man. Georgetown, the opposite, a man-to-man team with some zone principles, and there you go. Jamarco Pickett, who can play inside and outside. Georgetown's got a 6-point lead.
One of the talented freshmen of this Hoya program, and has really played well early on.
Strong move by Cole. Marcus Hall, who was a practice player against the women's team at St. John's, and called and asked if he could come to Howard and try out, and all of a sudden he's starting for Howard. There's Johnson for 3, and he hits it, and Georgetown is in sync early here. Off to an 11-4 start.
Well, they're in sync because they're making good ball movement. They're moving the ball to that high post, causing the defense to collapse, which allows you to get open shots like that.
Cole had some space in front of him. He missed a 15-footer. And Georgetown doing what Georgetown does best, and that's rebound and get out on the break. And here comes R.J. Cole.
Well, this Howard team is not afraid to put shots up, and they don't get discouraged. Dangerous team to guard because they continue to keep you on your heels in the three-point game.
Govan, and that shows you the dangerous part of his game. He is a guy that can play on the perimeter. He can face the basket, and he can hurt you when he faces the basket.
He can. And, when we talked to Pat Ewing over the last few weeks, he likes Govan's versatility, but he doesn't want him to get too comfortable shooting perimeter shots. Georgetown off to a good shot at stop, and Johnson expanded